When it comes to the food tax, a couple months ago, Republicans were not fans of the idea when Democrats were saying that they thought it was a good idea.
Oh, this predates you, Andrea. This is actually a couple years ago. This was our proposal. So that was a little poo-pooing going on between, because the Democrats fought us when we tried to reduce the sales tax on food in a previous legislative session. So, and there's sort of little sparring going on there for fun. They knew that we'd floated it and they'd opposed it, so they decided they'd seen the light and they would come along and propose it. But what really matters is that we're beginning that process of beginning to gradually ramp down the sales tax on food. So,
but as little as 6 months ago, Ron Ramsey had scoffed at Democrats for even proposing it, saying no, this isn't a good time.
But again, I think that was because of the history, that this originally was a Republican caucus proposal, I guess in the 106th General Assembly, and for your viewers, we're in the 107th now. And so it was a little bit back and forth there. So he wasn't scoffing with sincerity.
Well, to come back to that, as little as a couple weeks ago, when reporters were talking to him about his preferences when it came to tax cuts, he said he'd rather have the hall tax, which the governor did include. But when asked specifically about the food tax, he said people aren't even going to notice it. It's not worth it.
Yeah, well, it depends. It's over the course of time. If we can get it down the way the governor intends, we really can make an impact, we believe. And it's still dicey because we have cuts to make and adjustments in the budget, but revenues are running slightly better than I think folks thought even 2 months ago they would be. So we're moving in the right direction, and just as with the death tax, to begin making some reductions there and phase them in over time is a real prudent and positive thing to do, I think.